Hi Starseeds, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you guys how to color your hair with henna and indigo powder. And I love this two-step method. It is a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it because the results are amazing, especially if you have gray hairs. So my natural hair color is dark brown, and I'm starting to get a little bit of grays. So I've actually had a few bad experiences at salons, and I don't like it. I just don't like going into a salon. I really don't. You pay a lot of money, and a lot of the times you don't really get the results that you want. So I decided to look into henna and indigo powder. So henna is a red color, and indigo is dark, like a dark brown or dark black, depending on how long you leave it on. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use henna and indigo for people with dark hair and who have grays as well. So remember, this is a two-step process, and the reason why I'm using a two-step process is because you cannot dye your hair with indigo if you have grays. If you dye your hair with indigo, which is like a dark black or dark brown, and you expect your grays to be covered, it won't happen. I think your gray hairs will actually turn like a really weird color. So the whole point is that you have to use henna first. So henna will dye your gray hairs like bright orange, and will dye your brown hairs like a sort of like a dark sort of red. So you need that step first in order to cover your grays. So we're gonna use that two-step process, and FYI, it's Sunday morning, and last night, Saturday night, I actually prepared the henna mix. So I'm gonna show you guys a clip of that right now. So before we mix all the ingredients together, I just wanna show you guys that I prepared some black tea here. And it's quite hot. It's not boiling, but it's quite hot. And I've just used some tea bags, actually two tea bags, and this is the brand of black tea that I'm using. Okay, this is Puka Elegant English Breakfast. So we need the black tea because we need an acid to add to our henna so that it can release the dye. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm using all natural henna, and this is without any metallic salts, and it's by Yogi's Gift. And if you look on the back, there's only one ingredient, and that's Lawsonia inermis, which is the name for henna powder. So there shouldn't be any other ingredients in there except that one. So my hair is quite long, so I'm gonna use 300 grams of henna powder. My hair is actually down to my bra strap, so I'm gonna need a good 300 grams. So what we're gonna do is place the henna into a glass bowl. It's very important that you use a glass bowl for this. So every box that I open actually has a shower cap inside and some gloves, which is always good because I'm gonna be needing that. And by the way, if you guys are hearing a lot of noise in the background, that's just because our apartment actually looks out onto a bunch of patios, and it's Saturday night and people are having a really good time. So the temperature of my tea is a little hotter than warm, but not very, very hot. So just sort of like in between warm and hot, if that makes any sense. So what we're gonna do now is take this and we're gonna pour it in slowly and mix it. So what we're trying to achieve is a yogurt-like consistency. So you can see already that it needs a lot more water. So we're just gonna pour this. If you don't want to get your hands stained, you can use gloves, but actually I find it very difficult to work like this, so I don't really mind getting my hands stained for a week or so. I mean, it comes off eventually. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my hands. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water, and I'm gonna mix it. So it's so much easier to mix with your hands. So this jar is a little hotter than the previous one that I used. Shouldn't affect anything about the dye. So what we're gonna do is just mix it all up. So we've reached the desired consistency, which is sort of like a yogurt-like consistency. It's quite thick. And you'll notice a little bit, like you'll notice that there are some lumps in there, but don't worry about that because in the morning you'll notice that things will be a lot smoother. So what I'm gonna do now is wash my hands and then cover this with plastic wrap. So we're just gonna cover this up with some plastic wrap. And you are going to let this sit on your countertop overnight for 8 hours. And then as soon as we wake up, we will be applying this. So I'll see you guys in the morning. So we shot that clip last night on Saturday night, and it's Sunday morning now. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the henna onto my hair. Now remember, this is a two-step process. So we're gonna apply the henna, we're gonna leave it on for 2 to 4 hours. We're gonna wash my hair out with just water, and then we're gonna apply the indigo. So let's do it. So I am ready to dye my hair, and guys, there are some things that you need to know. So first of all, you want to make sure that you have a towel on you or something like this, which is going to protect you or protect your skin and your clothes from the henna hair dye. And also you're going to need some oil. Now you need to you can use coconut oil or avocado oil or olive oil, but the whole point is you want to oil the side of your face, your chin, your neck, and also your ears and behind your neck as well, okay? So you need to make sure, because sometimes you're gonna get some hair dye and then it's easy to just wash it off if there's a little bit of oil on there. Make sure you put it a bit on your ears as well. Also, you're gonna need some gloves, obviously. You're gonna need a brush so you can apply the hair dye. And you are going to need some garbage bags to put under the chair because you don't wanna get your floor dirty. So I just wanna show you guys my grays. So if you can see here, I've got some grays, and also in here, for those of you who can see. So last night I washed my hair with shampoo, like organic natural shampoo. I didn't use any conditioner, and I let my hair dry overnight, okay? So my hair is nice and clean so that the henna dye can really wrap around the hair and absorb it, okay? So let's do it. So also before we start, I just wanted to show you guys what the henna looks like when it's ready. You can see that the color has sort of gone from green to brown, and that's how you know it's ready. So I'm just gonna mix, see the top layer is a bit brown. Just mix it up, and then we're ready to do this. Okay guys, so now that I've dyed my whole head with henna, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap my head with plastic wrap, and then a shower cap, and then a hat. Just an old hat that you don't need, because obviously it's gonna get dirty with henna. And we're gonna leave this in for 2 to 4 hours until I see that my gray hairs have been colored orange. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So I have some really good news. All this time that I've been using henna, I've been leaving it in my hair for like 6 hours or 4 hours. But that's not necessary. Apparently, you can leave this on your hair for just 30 minutes if you're gonna do the two-step process. So Yogi's Gift, if you read the instructions on the back, it says that if you're doing the two-step process, you can just leave the henna in for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna wash my hair out with water and no shampoo, no conditioner, and I'll be back here with you so we can do the second step. So if you're noticing some orange hairs here, that's because I have some grays here. So all the grays have been covered orange, which is the first step. And now that the henna step is over, we're going to mix the indigo powder. So it's indigo time. So to a clean bowl, you're gonna add in your indigo powder. Again, I'm adding in 300 grams. But if your hair is not that long, then obviously you're gonna add in a lot less. We're just doing a sprinkle of Celtic sea salt. And then we're going in with filtered warm water. Again, the kind of consistency you want is a yogurt-like consistency. I find that indigo powder dries out much faster and is a lot thicker than henna. So this is still very, very dry. So I'm gonna add in some more warm water, a little bit at a time now, and then give it another mix. So this is the consistency we're going for. Just keep in mind that indigo does dry out. Like while you're dyeing your hair, you'll notice that it dries out. You can just go ahead and add a little bit of water if that happens, and be sure to mix it up before applying. So let's go apply this right now. Okay, Starseeds, so after I applied the indigo, I did the same thing that I did for the henna, okay? I wrapped my hair in plastic wrap, and I also added a shower cap. And I waited for a whole hour before washing my hair out with not very hot water. I'd say kind of cold-ish water. So I got out all the indigo, and all my grays are covered. All the orange parts that were gray are covered. And I know my hair looks really crazy right now because I just washed it and I haven't brushed it yet. But this is the color. And I'll show you a close-up on the grays, which I had at the beginning, which then turned red from the henna. They're completely dark. Okay, Starseed, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and for anyone out there who wants a more natural approach to beauty, I hope that you try this. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any comments, you know, I love to know who's watching, so let me know where you're watching from. And also, if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time.